the final, the final championship of the season, off to a great start, has finally arrived. The Challenge Series World Championships of week 144 have arrived, and it is going to be a meaty experience. 9 races to decide the best team and the best driver. Could be one and the same, who knows? But, well, 3 times the normal racing, basically, means also 3 times the people talking in your ears.
That's right.
I'm also here.
Yeah, Logan hardly even left. He did the last 2 back-to-back, so... But now, Thrasher joins us for what almost feels more like series finale, but it's not. It's just that we've built up to this for so long that it gives that kind of impression. But considering,
well,
you know...
I can't wait for us to finish this championship and finally move on to the year 2025.
Listen.
Man, this year felt like it's taken 2 whole years.
Wait a minute, you just got here.
I'm going to uppercut somebody.
Not it.
Me first.
Wait a minute. Anyway, the first round of the World Championship takes us to Grand Valley Highway. Basically the westernmost point, more or less, that we could start at. A pretty balanced circuit. There's no car type that really has a massive advantage here outside of, I'd maybe say, high-speed cornering for that section we're looking at right there. Being able to take the bridge section and the tunnel out of the final turn quickly will lead to easier overtakes. But no further comments from the other 2. We'll just head down to trackside to get this show on the road. And we are green from Grand Valley Highway. Immediately see which cars are 4-wheel drive as they immediately pull to the middle lane.
Well, I saw Stephanie hard charge towards the front immediately.
Yeah, that she's got a 992 for this specific championship, replacing her usual RSR 911. I guess top of the line model for a top of the line championship, I would reckon.
Yeah, most likely.
And his teammate is already into the top 10. Charlotte Riel started in last, but you wouldn't think it since she's already sitting in 8th, trying to get away from Logan and the Mitsubishi.
Well, Porsche's definitely staking their claim right now.
Yeah, between them and Mercury, because that's the other new car on the grid for this race. A Demon Sports assembled return to the Challenge Series 4, really just Muse in general. Nico Yazua with a flamboyant Lexus RCF with an amount of horsepower, to say the least.
An absolutely beautiful creation that came out of the Demon Sports Garage, might I add. Probably one of the most powerful cars we have ever built, and also probably one of the most suicidal cars we have ever built.
And yet,
looks of things, Riker's getting a real good look at it from behind.
Yeah, all that horsepower, 1,299 horsepower, can barely get away from my Lamborghini on a straightaway. You need a balance of power and handling to win races.
Yeah.
But sometimes a pocket knife is the best weapon for the job, you know? Riel gets ahead of Noir, heading onto the front straightaway.
Fellow Lamborghini driver.
That's a problem.
Is that what happened? No, he did. Doesn't look
He
like
cooked
it.
the brakes.
He just overcooked it.
Yep.
Yep.
He felt the pressure from Stephanie's Porsche behind and decided to do too much with not enough braking force.
Well, that's good and embarrassing for skills aren't mandatory team.
Certainly living up to the name. Riel takes a look down my inside. I am not having that. Outbreak her at the expense of nearly finding the back of Nico's carbon fiber machine. Very tight squeeze, though.
Look on the outside. Oh, on the inside. Oh, boy. Quite the fiery fight there.
I'm just hanging on for dear life.
Boats passing, like 3 boats are fighting for position.
I don't think I'd
Noir's
call...
kind of starting to sniff close to, like, hey, what you guys got cooking up there?
You got any games on your phone? Ice is with them as well. Ice with Noir.
Yeah.
Nico's unironically holding me up at this point. Her car doesn't take any cornering speed because it still weighs 2 tons, so she's basically just backed me up to Charlotte, and she darn near got both of us in a single turn.
Maybe a little bit of a reckless line there that Miss Riel took, but at least she didn't redesign her front fender that badly.
Round the outside, down the inside. Nico barely hanging on there. But I think Charlotte still got the better exit. Drag race down to turn 1.
And 1300 horsepower kicks in, and Nico clears.
And 4th place has been re-hijacked by Demon Sports, or at least Demon Sports adjacent machinery.
Yeah. Let's see that cornering speed difference here, though, I reckon. Once again, peak down the inside, and Nico's car just can't swing through there like this CTR3 could. And at this point, I'm having to attack Nico because, god damn it, I'm losing a lot of places here, sitting behind your Minecraft block on wheels. You go play blocker, alright? This is Need for Speed Carbon now, obviously.
Watch this.
It is interesting to see Nico do driving tactics, learn from the Demon Sports School of Defensive Driving.
Sit in the way.
And we've got Stephanie chasing down a Ferrari, but confusing to her it doesn't belong with a Donzi.
Noticeably blue, but it's also not even Eric. It's Vincent Houston for Blue Strata. I think he started on the front row. And will have the cornering grip advantage by being a much lighter machine. An advantage that's also keeping you competitive in 3rd, because it's the F50, as funny as it sounds to say, is a little underpowered in terms of straight line capabilities in this category.
Yeah, I remember looking in my rearview mirror and going, oh, that CTR is getting awfully close.
In 3D!
Yeah, that is the one thing about the 750 class is, while a lot of these supercars are extremely fast, some of them just seem to struggle in a straight line compared to other cars in the category. One that's not here being Lily's Corvette, which has a confirmed top speed of over 300.
Guys are still in pursuit. Not really gaining or losing any ground, though. Also, hi, you got any games on your phone?
I would really appreciate. I was about to say, I really would appreciate it if you'd maybe not burrow your Lamborghini into my back. I already have that fucking V12 behind me, hammering in my back like a bunch of angry monkeys.
Nico has let Noir escape, but she's obnoxiously sitting in the way of many other cars.
Yeah, I remember seeing this train.
And then here we look at the... Yeah, I don't remember what happened to Veronica. I think something happened in just lap 1 shenanigans to her, and then Fenny had the same thing, but cameras didn't catch what actually happened to those two. I will pass. Quite literally.
I'll have that back, thank you.
I was prepared for you to dive it there, and I guess you tried, but well, the inside becomes the outside, and then I have four-wheel drive, so your argument is sort of invalid at that point.
And then the other part of me was like, wait a minute, these cars are spendy.
Sense of self-preservation exists, apparently?
Yep.
I know you don't exactly have to worry about financial constraints on your team there, Mr. I'm on a team with the Queen of Hell, but some of us do kind of have to worry about those green pieces of paper.
Yeah, plus y'all don't have a giant Costco that's just full of car parts, which is where we get the Bugatti engines.
The plural on that is wild.
What? Have you seen what our testing facility does? It kind of goes through a couple of those things, so we buy them in bulk.
Are they owned by, perchance, Ice Industries, perchance?
No. So we got couples fighting here. We got Francesca getting her elbows out against Logan, and Eric trying to take advantage after defending from David Danvers, but he cannot find the power soon enough.
Yeah, that's like the one thing this car doesn't lose against most of the cars in this field is getting on the power, because I just have all the power. The only car here I think more powerful than mine would be Nico's.
Ice just stuck his nose. Oh, contact! Ice maybe getting a little impatient as the Lexus continues to sit in his way, but Nico's not letting go of it. Over my cold dead body type shit going on there from Yasuo.
He's not used to paywalls being in his way.
Oh boy.
Francesca's definitely in the back of the... Oh, whoa, okay. Brakes.
Got a nickel for every time a Sam Squadron driver has overcooked it on the brakes this race. I'd have 2 nickels.
Overcooked it in the braking zone?
Yep.
I think Dom also broke a lot more than I think he needed to, so that didn't really help.
Kind of uncharacteristic behavior from these three, I reckon.
I mean, I can imagine Dom doing the whole park the bus on the apex to avoid letting them generate a run thing. I just don't think Barbara was prepared for him to do that. And then, yeah, Danvers just kind of misses his breaking point. There's just been no progress made, and now Stephanie's got either backup or the last thing she wanted to see in her mirrors approaching, depending on how things go from here.
Rationally, I think she thinks backup has arrived. Emotionally, you can leave now. Because I feel like her pride's just like, no, I'm gonna take the lead here. If you're gonna pass me, you better prove you got the skills to take it.
Getting near the white flag in this extended 7-lap race. It'll be over 12 minutes of runtime here as opposed to the usual 8 to 10 of an average Challenge Series round. Ice is still not able to find a way by the Lexus.
Yeah, that was glorious.
Pay your way out of this one.
Yeah, he met the one thing he can't outspend.
And...
That's a huge bit of overspeed. That's one. She might get them both. Yeah, she will if she can get the brakes down.
The shake and bake.
Bumper to the back of the 97. Houston's not done. Not enough, though. Houston barely clings on for dear life. Oh, boy.
Well, I reckon if I was behind the wheel
More
of
contact.
any three of those cars, my pucker factor would probably be at about 7, at least.
This was the wrong camera angle for this. I was trying to get a view from Stephanie, not from Charlotte. Basically door to door at the start of the S's. Charlotte understeers.
Ooh.
Man, I've seen some interesting crashes this year in that corner.
Oh,
Vincent
no.
just kind of turns in on her. Stephanie's just watching with anticipation. Riel's known to be aggressive,
definitely.
especially against male drivers. Oh, there's more contact. Vincent slides up in front of her.
Definitely subscribing to the Liza School of Driving. Well, you reckon she's probably gonna cinch it on either the bridge or the lead up to the final corner.
Yeah, probably. She just has so much more downforce with that goofy-looking wing there that she's able to just absolutely chuck it through the final set of turns.
That little
Yeah.
chicane might be the spot to make a play.
Vincent
Or
defends.
Or the bridge. No, nope, not the bridge. Pretty tight line. She swings by it and cuts in. Oh, there she is. Oh, is it gonna stick? No, it's not gonna stick.
Another crossover, though.
Oh, golly.
Four-dimensional.
Oh, there it is.
Four-dimensional hypercar chest to take the lead with 3 corners to go.
like I called it, right in that chicane.
Yeah.
Vincent was doing too much, and victory goes to Charlotte Riel, and we'll call it a 1-3 for Team Porsche. And I am on an island in 4th.
All things considered, Blue Strata, I'm actually pretty amazed, because they were kind of an underdog team going into this, weren't they?
Yeah, quite. Let's see where, well, Rebecca didn't do so great, but
Yeah.
I think that's just the starting grid didn't help her too much. She started at the back, and which was kind of doomed from the beginning. It's hard to make up places here. Generally, the higher the category, the harder it is to make up spots, just because every car here is fast.
And a lot more fragile, too. You'll be sent to the pits for repairs on more of a slight bump, where in the bigger, tougher, lower classes, you can get smacked pretty hard and not go... Man, that was such a dumb, reckless move on my part. Good golly.
Didn't really do anything though. The Lexus has straight line speed.
It feels like I moved out of the way, like, oh god, that's a big old thing coming my way, and was like, oh, wait a minute.
5th place got
I snatched
hijacked by
6th
Demon
from-
Sports.
Yep. I snatched 6th from the jaws of 5th.
And
That straight was a little... Yeah, straight was a little longer. Bright and Ice would have got me, too.
Yeah, that's the F40's, F40? No, F50's, slightly weaker horsepower. A lot lighter, and a lot more aerodynamic, but slightly subpar against things like a Murcielago, a 992, and a CTR3 on a straightaway. The second race of the championship takes us a little bit inland to Trial Mountain Circuit. Another track that I think would generally favor... again, I don't know. I think this one you probably want top speed, because that is a very long run down this exact straightaway, I think. It is late evening.
Start finish.
Yeah, start finish is also pretty long, but this is even longer.
Yeah.
Pause. But, yeah, I think top speed is favored here. And then you can just kind of hang on through some of the tighter corners, like the end of that straightaway or the back half of the track. Nighttime means lower visibility, but just you have to adapt to this kind of thing. And spooky forest, ooh, you know. This little campground here literally just gives, like, slasher film vibes.
Yeah, except the monsters here aren't serial killers. They are 20 of the craziest race cars that have been built.
Yeah, or alternatively, there's a couple of other monsters that are a little more like serial killers, but they're in your garage watching the race, so...
Leave Sparkles alone.
I was referring to Katie and Buck.
Katie? Okay, yeah, fair enough on Katie, but Buck's actually racing, remember that.
Sort of. He'll race if he has to race. We are away from Trial Mountain, and Nico Yazawa is the POV car for this one. And this is a very annoying track to start in the back for. We're going to see a lot of dented bumpers right here, I can assure you of that.
And I already see the smoke of contact happening up there, so we shall probably see soon enough how many of them have to make a dive into the pits after these 3 miles.
Yep, Stephanie, you got a big whack. Logan, I think who didn't get hit somewhere in there is probably a bit of a shorter list. God, Vinny has suspension damage. What in the world? They're 3 wide at the hairpin.
This is the most expensive demolition derby I've ever watched.
You've not watched too many NASCAR races then.
Hold my Macau.
Very true.
3 wide again. Nico getting moves on 2 Ferraris in a single turn.
And cue to Freebird solo.
And there's a 3rd Ferrari and a Viper. And possibly a Corvette.
Doing over 200 miles an hour into the braking zone.
Like that approach. Oh, never mind. The approach is good.
The inside of that corner's got some banking.
Well, the whole corner does. Which is the only reason that she was able to get that stopped.
Otherwise she would have been out sailing into the mountain air.
Or giving Brian Ice some repairs to do, but he already has some repairs to do, courtesy of who knows, really.
Yep.
Let's see,
For
who
a second
doesn't?
there, from my angle, that looked a little less like he was intentionally swerving to go into the pits and more he lost control in the way to the pits.
Alright, so we're looking at 11 cars, no, 12 cars that did not take damage. So, less than half the field, admittedly a little better than I expected.
Nico yeeted herself from 20th to 8th in 1 lap.
Yep. Probably just, I think she was just able to put herself in the right spots in among the chaos.
Yeah.
Starting in the back has its advantages for that.
Impressive for a car that big in a field like this and as heavy and unwieldy as it might be.
Oh, Riel's a bit sideways. Danvers trying to capitalize. I don't think he got the run off, though. He's got a nice, pretty sunset as the leader, also on home soil, kind of, at least, place of birth. This is still in California, I think.
The Sierra Nevadas?
Why do I keep thinking this is in fucking Yosemite? Or Yellowstone, which is also not in California either.
That is Montana, my end.
And Dominic was super sideways there, but he took up the whole road, so I couldn't do anything about it. Veronica leading a
Lamborghini violence.
yeah, Veronica leading a pair of Lamborghinis, and now Nico is into 6th.
Golly, she's like a juggernaut.
Francesca trying to sneak around the outside of the hairpin. That was
Maybe
not
not
much
the
for him.
smartest racecraft there.
No, maybe she just took to that route to escape and not hit her. Couldn't tell from where the camera was placed. Top three bunched up real good now. We'll see if maybe Dom has a play on the back straightaway. So that's going to be his next best opportunity. The NSX is going to have too much cornering grip to really stop it here. Charlotte, I think, is the only car out of the top three in the last round who doesn't have damage at the start of this one.
Uh-oh.
What did you do, Dominic? I thought I remembered, but I have a lot to remember from this championship, so I didn't quite remember him doing all of that, and I just didn't have anywhere to go. So, you know.
Lamborghini Huracan doing Audi R8 things.
Yeah, I could have sworn on my life he was going to slide outwards towards the outside wall, but he didn't do that. And that's just knocked us both right out, so...
Who will step up and try and take down a Honda?
Clearly no Lamborghinis will be doing that. Unless Brian Ice starts cheating back here in 14th.
Well, Dick Dastardly is not, so I don't think that's gonna work.
It's going to be a very healthy lead for the Honda by the end of this lap, that's for sure.
Well, she's got no backup from me because I got taken out in the first lap anywho.
Nobody up here has any backup, to be fair.
It's just everyone for themselves.
One from Black Stallion, one from Sam Squadron, one from Porsche, one from Mercury, one from NFR, one from Urban Estate, one from the Scuderia, and then one from Blue Strada, and then one from Demon Sports, so... Oh, actually, no, Katie's... No, actually, never mind. Katie's behind me and Dom. The field spread was that bad? My god. Katie didn't even have any damage.
Yeah, we've had some issues with the cars in these sports. We were expecting a different track selection compared to what we actually got.
And all that testing in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we sent what we thought was our two best cars, which in theory would have been if just some of these technical sections were absolutely murdered. And also grids and also starting positions haven't been too kind.
Right.
Send it down the inside of Brielle. Nico finds herself on the podium with that top speed demonstration. We call it a machine test with that one.
But she's definitely knocking on Nico's door in the corners. Except that one, apparently. Good golly.
We have a very aggressive way of taking that. Brielle will get back to her on the exit, but nah, that's just kind of overwritten by 1,300 horsepower's worth of acceleration on the way out, so it breaks even.
It's like getting to the platform while you watch your train move away.
Skip ahead a handful of seconds. Nico took a shot into the tunnel, but Danvers brakes just late enough to keep the hot pink brick away.
Trying to kill a snake with a brick. What will they think of next?
Hand grenade.
I don't think we want a hand grenade on our grid, thank you.
I mean, have you seen how some boxer engines are?
Yeah.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of like, oh, I don't know, a Pinto, a Fiero. Oh, Danvers and the power, oh golly.
Unsurprisingly, Viper has more power than NSX. I'm surprised Nico wasn't closer there.
Yeah, well... Well, that's a little bit of a sticky wicket for Katsuragi. She's gonna have to make up time in the corners, because once it comes to the straight, it's all over.
They're both pushing their tires, I think, past their limits on the way down that hill. Holy cow.
Yeah. Well, she's probably motivated to kick up the effort a few more notches, considering what just happened.
Well, off the final corner, white flag is out, 1 to go.
Yeah.
Not sponsored by Credit One Bank, or any bank.
Or anyone.
Sponsored. Nico gets outbroken again. You know, that's the problem with moving at the speed of light is you only live in darkness. Has all of that top speed, but that just means she has to brake earlier. That was Code Brown.
And the car just wanted to dance a little.
Pucker factor at 8.
I think the person in the car is the one that normally does that, not the car itself.
At this point, she needs to just start thinking about defense as opposed to trying to catch up back to the lead, because I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but I also don't think there's a whole lot of defense you can do against a car with that kind of acceleration.
That's true. Just lost a drag race to a Viper. I don't think that's going to happen with a Chiron swapped RCF either.
No, but she got a good enough run out of the left-hander before the straight that she was able to just barely escape her clutches.
And she probably thinks like she's a worm on a hook right now.
Like, there was about to be contact from that angle. Holy cow. Katsuragi goes defensive.
Drastic here.
Not really. Unless she's trying to crossover.
Oh.
That's some really good traction for her, though.
Good enough.
Not a...
Yeah, it's good enough exit where I think she's gonna steal at the last second.
Yoink.
Oh, there she is.
If I remember, I think there was about 3/10 between them, said the telemetry post-race.
Good heavens.
So I made my way back to 5th after Dominic happened. So apparently I'm consistent, but Riel is just slightly more consistent because she never got in a crash in the first place. Which would
is quite a feat
naturally
on this track.
which would naturally make her the de facto points leader coming out of this race. Her versus Nico versus me, basically at this point. Nobody else is even close.
But we got 7 more races, so
Plenty
really
of shit
anyone's
can
still
change.
in it.
The third race of the championship, the final race of this first part. Because, yeah, we're going to be doing 3 parts. There's no way we could fit 9 races into 2 episodes, not when they're this length. Deep Forest Raceway. Very familiar site here in the Challenge Series. Basically, Challenge Series is European home base. We pretend Fuji is our Japanese home base. And this is another one that I think it's not too different from Toronto Mountain. I think you're just going to want top speed for the front and back straightaways. And then just have just enough aero to survive that hammer drop on the run from the final hairpin to that little kink on the left-hand kink to the line. Enough aero and enough ground clearance to survive the compression, because God knows there are plenty of cars in this series that cannot do that. The lights are out, we are away from Deep Forest, 4-wheel drive advantage goes absolutely bananas, and Kaiser pulls out to an early lead.
Well, so much for that good grid spot to start there for Katie.
Yeah, low range acceleration is not where a demon does well. Too much wheel spin.
crazy since that's supposed to be an out-of-the-box drag car.
As I nearly understeer myself into the grass.
Not every car is what it seems to be. It almost seems like the street variant's weakness is where it's strong in the Challenge Series.
Veronica already has damage.
I appear to have missed that on my attempt to crawl through the field.
Who got boop?
Oh my god, Danvers.
Danvers!
He didn't even damage his own car.
Sam Squadron seems to be trying to win this through attrition. All's fair in love and war and all that.
Don't say that with Katie on track.
And then, yeah, as you alluded to your crawl through the field, you are the POV car of this race, and well, you're gonna suffer on this straightaway up here. But if you just get enough traction, maybe you can survive.
Well, as long as I tackle that hairpin better than the others.
Oh my god, that's 4 wide behind you! 4 wide with Nico and 3 Corvettes. And Fenny is going to make off like a bandit right there.
Yeah, it was a little unsettling to see in my review. There's Noir diving into the pits.
I think she was caught in the kind of...
And then Garrison. Yeah.
Oh, Noir got hit in the back. I thought she was caught in like accordion effect.
Well, whatever happened, Garrison apparently got sandwiched since he's got front and rear bumper damage. There we are.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
and who got into the back of him?
I don't think anybody did.
Not I, said the Ferrari driver.
I guess it could have only really been Nico. Yeah. And because her car is so much bulkier, it didn't even feel that. Bro was playing Twisted Metal.
Nico walked into a fight wearing weighted gloves.
Have you seen Turn 1?
Enemies toasted. Despite everything, it's actually me who's had the best start. I guess I don't remember where I started in this race. I want to say it was like 6th or 7th, but I just did back straightaway things and nearly spun out on the way into that left-hander.
Well,
Got on the brakes
got
too
her
hard.
hand. Mitts on the gold. Mitts on the gold at the moment, though.
Yeah, but I had something to say
might
about
change
that,
here.
despite her blocking me twice.
It was a
Give me
bit of a
some room,
conversation
Kaiser.
on this straight.
Give me some
It
room,
was a little
Kaiser.
bit of a conversation. And she relented.
Didn't give her a choice. She blocks one more time, I'm turning her. There's no two ways about it. You keep blocking me, eventually you're gonna block yourself on my nose.
You're going to play yourself, as they say.
Congratulations. Crossover attack, Jesus.
Ferrari on Ferrari violent?
Oh, no. But that was a very exhilarating run into that straight. Now this is pod racing.
Just don't try spinning. Not really a good trick. Not here.
Not here.
Did you hear Katie revving that thing out? It's also the thing that that's so many gears, she just loses so much time shifting, you know?
Also, that Challenger's supercharger is something I can hear the next county over as well.
You can probably hear it from back here.
Yep.
Yeah, you can actually. Even the replay cameras are demonstrating.
Yep.
You can just see the top speed difference between an F50 and the Viper.
And we're probably going to see the cornering difference as well.
Yep. On the brakes, everybody is just bunched up by that hairpin. But it's clean, basically. We got a Fadanzi 5.6. And, of course, Ice is with them.
Yo, so you still selling your team?
Got any equity on your phone?
Makes a move on Mr. Winning Man.
Meanwhile, behind them, we have a battle for position between,
Thrasher and Katie having dispatched Danvers, I would assume on the way through the final turn. Just,
Oh, golly. Yeesh.
yeah, she put a big
Get a little
squeeze on you there.
Yeah, that was a little spicy.
somebody has a death wish in it.
And my wish at this point in time is to get away from her. Alright. Some more fellow Ferraris up ahead, plus a Lamborghini or two. Oh hey, Pacific Spirit and Scuderia Fidanzi. Hey, how about that?
And then Logan's just here. Oh, yep, Brian Icegill probably get ahead of Francesca here. Very
Probably,
close quarters.
Yeah.
Yep, Francesca doesn't get turned well enough.
Probably very frustrating for her seeing that purple Lambo just get away from her. Hi Eric, bye Eric.
Dom versus Logan into turn 1. Brian Ice would like to get involved.
Ooh, yep, that's it. Kind of bullied the GTO out of here and is like, exotics only.
You're not Italian enough for this. Get out. That is a save.
I swear, it seems like that car spends more time sideways than it does going straight.
Well, just
any car
Stephanie
she's
pushing
driving.
it. Yeah, we saw plenty of sliding at Fuji a couple weeks ago, and now this.
Doesn't look like that GTO is too terribly used to that, having that amount of power to it.
You just tried to
Got the
slink her on the
Escudo engine in
outside.
there. You got the Scudo engine in there, don't you?
Now,
Or was it the Hellcat?
It's the Hellcat one.
Yeah. As soon as I listened to it, I'm like, yeah, that's a supercharger whine.
You've not finished the pass on ice. He manages to just, well, out horsepower you. Oh, high 3-car battle. Francesca is under attack from her own teammate. Low risk, huh? Here's David. Oh, they're going free.
Neither of them dare make contact, otherwise Papa Francisco is going to be yelling at both of them.
Yeah, Danvers doesn't seem to have such restrictions, though. He's going to take it 3 and get Eric for his troubles.
Yeah.
What line does Logan take through there? Sort of.
yeah.
When did that
like
happen?
I said, twisty bit.
Okay, I just totally missed Dom getting down the inside here.
Horsepower.
Horsepower probably slipstream too.
Better. Yeah.
So there's now Lamborghini 1-2, and the entire top 4 is all-wheel drive. Unless Thrasher has something to say.
The Thoroughbred versus the Frankenstein, which is gonna win.
It's alive!
Who knows, Logan might have to say runs dead after a lap or two.
Unless Brian decides to respond.
Slid back into the spot I just took for him, or from him.
Slipping is just kind of part of his namesake, practically. Oh boy.
Yeah. There you are.
Like I said, corners.
Yep, you got more power than me, but I've got a better line.
And a much lighter car. A balance of power and
I'm kind of
handling.
thinking to myself. Yeah, right now I'm kind of thinking to myself, you know what? A podium sounds like a nice treat for today. Maybe I can get one of those.
Just mayhaps.
Mayhaps, but that involves me getting around Stephanie. The Briscoe. goes. It's a little spicy.
A little.
Just a bit. She's not exactly, you know, your average Honda Civic driver.
Joseph Miller just punching the air right now.
Well, maybe not this lap, but up, and Ice is starting to make a move there. And Hairpin cinched.
Yeah, he's just better on the brakes. That's why you don't bring a dragster to the final championship.
I guess not.
It seems like Logan was banking on a championship made of 9 different races at Daytona or something.
We were kind of hoping for like Monza without the chains. You know, top speed facilities as well,
Special stager decks.
I mean, we would have thought that on schedule. Lily would have been here.
If I would have seen that on the schedule, somebody's getting fired off the admin team.
And it's not gonna be me.
Merv, I know what we're doing next season.
Logan trying to speedrun employment percent over here. Ending.
Alright, flag is out. I think I think your top 4 is basically settled. Although Ice has generated some crazy momentum down the straightaway, so I guess that's about the first point of contention. My God!
Well, looks like he's definitely got the need for speed to make that pass.
See if maybe Stephanie can unleash her Porsche, though. No, can't get a turn.
That Lamborghini's untamed.
You say he's unbound? He's sliding back here. Oh, Danvers, again, just bottomed out on the hill there, and Logan damn near smacked him.
Yeah, if I was in the Abrams Camaro, I'm not lifting.
So that will be me taking the victory at Deep Forest, followed closely by fellow Lamborghini driver. And all-Italian top 4 is Thrasher, followed by Brian Ice.
I didn't know you were Italian.
Mamma mia, shut your mouth right now!
But yeah, this is your first win in how many months?
Not really that many. I won like a couple weeks ago. Or like a month ago,
GG.
I think. Yeah, well played. You probably would have won if you started where I did, to be fair, but... And that's...
20s to thirds, not anything to sneeze at. Yep.
And then we'll see, quickly check as we reach the end of the first episode here. What were the points looking like then? Tablet. Do what I tell you. There we go.
Car.
Noir was actually the points leader coming out of this race. That's not correct.
Yeah, no.
Not anymore.
I think we've done this out of order. Someone's done this out of order.
We need to fire the bookkeepers.
Well, I can't fire myself. I think the replays were loaded in the wrong order, actually.
So, we need to fire who's ever in charge of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The video logs?
Yeah. I don't know how we posted the Deep Forest one before they posted the one for round 4. Or for round 3, which I guess is now round 4.
Well.
To be continued. Immediately.
We need the technical difficulty thing